Visualizing circumference of circles. Christina Quisen, kindly make me a lesson plan about visualizing the circumference of a circle. Lesson title: Visualizing the circumference of a circle. Grade level, 6 to 8. Objective: students will be able to visualize the circumference of a circle and understand its relationship to the diameter and radius. Materials: large circular objects, for example hula hoops, frisbees, plates, rulers or measuring tapes, chalk or markers, if working outside, whiteboard or chart paper. Calculators. Procedure. Introduction, 10 minutes. Start by asking students if they know what the circumference of a circle is. Record the responses on the whiteboard or chart paper. Introduce the term circumference and explain that it is the distance around the edge of a circle. Ask students to brainstorm some examples of circular objects in their everyday lives. Activity 1, Measuring circumference, 20 minutes. Divide the class into small groups. Provide each group with a large circular object, such as a hula hoop or frisbee, and a ruler or measuring tape. Instruct each group to measure the circumference of their object by wrapping the measuring tape around the edge of the circle and recording the measurement. Have each group share their measurements with the class. Ask students to compare the measurements and notice any patterns or similarities. Activity 2, Calculating circumference, 30 minutes. Review the formula for calculating the circumference of a circle, C equals pi d or C equals 2 pi r. Using the measurements from Activity 1, have students calculate the circumference of their circle using both formulas. Have students share their calculations with the class and compare the results to the measurements they took in Activity 1. Guide students in discussing the relationship between the diameter, radius, and circumference of a circle. Activity 3, Visualizing circumference, 20 minutes. Draw a large circle on the whiteboard or on the ground using chalk or markers. Have students take turns standing in the center of the circle while a classmate walks around the perimeter, measuring the distance traveled. Ask students to compare the distance traveled to the circumference of the circle. Guide students in discussing how the circumference relates to the radius and diameter of the circle. Conclusion, 10 minutes. Ask students to reflect on what they have learned about the circumference of a circle. Review the key concepts of the lesson and address any questions or misconceptions that arose during the activities. Encourage students to continue exploring the properties of circles in their everyday lives.